Hey YouTube, Jose with Cologne back with a quick fragrance review. Today I'm going to be bringing you my top 15 summer niche list. I know I did a top 20 summer colognes already, but for the most part I would say the majority of those were designer. Over the last 2 to 3 months I have been kind of diving a lot more into the niche side, checking out. I felt like I've pretty much already purchased every single, at least the ones that I like, designer colognes on the market, and I have been trying to get myself a lot more into the niche game. Still purchasing designers. I purchase from designers, I purchase cheapy still, but I've definitely been diving a lot more lately into the niche side, just to kind of round myself out a little bit. So I'm going to be showing you basically the top 15 that I've been wearing this summer so far. I'm going to make it short, a little brief description of each one so the video is not extremely long. And make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I will be doing another giveaway. Seems like my my giveaway list is pretty much endless. I have been trying to sell a lot more, but I just keep purchasing colognes at such a high rate that I have a lot of bottles that are just kind of sitting around that I have decided to either sell or give away. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see what I'm giving away. Alright guys, gonna start my list with 2 honorable mentions. The only reason these 2 are honorable mentions mainly because I haven't had them very long, but I felt like I did need to throw them on the list just so you can see what they're all about. The first one here on your left is Crete Spice and Wood. If you don't know anything about this one, this is basically a woodsy, a fresh woodsy scent. You definitely got that cedar wood. It's got apple in there and some spices. This may not work so well in the super like desert high heat, but here in California, Southern California, you get a dry heat, and at night it does cool down enough to where this is definitely a nice scent to wear in a cool summer night. Here in San Diego at night, you know, you get 60 to 70 degree weather at night on a regular basis, so you can definitely pull these 2 off. The one on the left is Atelier Cologne Vetiver Fatale. Basically the main things you're gonna pick out on this one is obviously vetiver and plum. It's got some citruses and some slight florals in the background, but the notes that stick out the most in the Vetiver Fatale is vetiver and plum. And I have seen some people say that it kind of reminds them a little bit of Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Libre, and you can sort of pick up a vibe of that, but they really don't smell close enough to where, you know, you could say they're like clones of each other or something. But these are my 2 honorable mentions: Atelier Cologne's Vetiver Fatale and Crete Spice and Wood. Alright, so getting into my actual list, a few quick disclaimers. The first 10 I'm going to show you, not going to put them in any specific order, but my top 5, I will kind of put the top 5 in a specific order. And another disclaimer is, if you do see some of these bottles and they do appear somewhat full, it doesn't mean I haven't been reaching for them. I have purchased decants of just about every single one of these almost. So I have been reaching for the decants a lot more, and that's why some of these bottles may appear almost completely full, mainly because I've been using decants of the actual bottles. So I was going to burn through the decants before I actually started using the bottle. So on my number, this would be my number 15. This is a cologne by Olfactive Studio, and that's Still Life Rio. I already did a review of this one, but basically what you get from Still Life Rio is a lemony, coconut, boozy, with some ginger in there. But it's not like your typical, like you think of that, you hear some of those notes and you start to think of Virgin Island water, but it really doesn't smell like that at all. The coconut in this is a coconut milk, so it gives it like a creamy coconut feel to it. So you get a creamy coconut, boozy, lemony vibe. It just smells really good. Definitely good for the summer and spring, and easily one of my top 15 for the summer so far. So that was number 15, Still Life and Rio. Alright, so number 14 on my list is Homage Reflection Man. I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're like, well, that's a little too heavy for the summer. But for a cool summer night in San Diego, California, where, like I said, you get weather in the 60s to 70 degrees, Reflection Man does a great job. It has some main players in this. You get sandalwood, you get some florals, some woods in the background. And yes, this does have a resemblance of Le Male. It doesn't smell exactly like Le Male, but it does resemble Le Male. A much more refined Le Male. Definitely a great cologne. To me, it gets decent performance. I get anywhere 6 to 7 hours of actual scent life on it, but so I mainly wear this one on a night out, and a cool night out. This wouldn't be a good high heat cologne, but a nice, fresh, summery night out. This is definitely one that I reach for. Homage Reflection Man. So next on my list is Tom Ford's Roli Portofino. So basically what I get from this scent, I get like a citrusy, florally, soapy vibe. Definitely a good summer scent. Doesn't get the greatest performance. I get about 5 to 6 hours of scent life out of this one. But definitely usually cuts through pretty well in the heat, and that's my number 13, Roli Portofino. Alright, so next on my list is Creed's Millesime Imperial. Obviously this is a classic, been around for a while. I get a citrusy, watermelony, obviously you get some of that saltiness in there. Just a great, fresh, fruity scent for the summer. Doesn't get the greatest performance, gets me anywhere between 5 and 6 hours, but still a great scent, and definitely easily in my top 15 summer, and definitely been getting a lot of wearings out of this one as well. So Creed's Millesime Imperial. Alright, so next on my list is the fragrance from Dua Fragrances. It's Royal Elixir. I did a review on this one. It's been in my Dua overview videos. Basically what I get from this one, it's a sweet fragrance. Probably can get a little cloying for super high heat areas in the desert and stuff, but for me, in the weather that I'm in, you get that pineapple, bergamot, pineapple, grapefruit with you get like sweet creaminess in the base. But definitely a great fragrance. It's a parfum extract, gets over 12 hours of performance. Definitely on the sweeter side, like I said, but still a great summer scent, at least for the Southern California heat. So that was my, I don't know what number, but that was Royal Elixir from Dua Fragrances. Alright, so next on my list is another one from Dua Fragrances. It's Vanilla Lemon Gelato. So basically what I get from this is obviously a lemony, vanilla-y, slightly florally smell. I know a lot of people start to instantly think, oh, vanilla, lemon, they're thinking it might smell like Chanel's Allure Edition Blanche. But this one has, the Edition Blanche to me has kind of a limey scent, a limey, minty, slightly vanilla-y scent, to where this one is definitely more on the yellow lemon and a heavier vanilla than what you get from the Edition Blanche. So there's a much more pronounced vanilla. Into the dry down, the lemony scent starts to back off, and it turns into a more of a vanilla-y, sweet, light vanilla-y scent. Can maybe sort of resemble the Fahrenheit 32 vanilla in the dry down, but doesn't smell like any of those colognes. I'm just giving you a kind of a reference, but you get a lemony, vanilla-y, more prominent vanilla with some slight florals in the background. So that's Vanilla Lemon Gelato. Also gets great performance, easily 10 plus hours. So that was the next one on the list. Alright, next one on my list is one by Mancera, and it's Cedrat Boise or Boise, whatever you want to call it. This one, basically what I get is a pineapple woodsy scent. Definitely a fresh scent. Gets comparisons to Crete Aventus, but it smells completely different from Crete Aventus to me. There's no smokiness in it. It's a definitely heavy on the woods, with some pineapple in there. So definitely gets great performance. Easily get anywhere from 8 to 10 hours of scent life out of this one. And just a great overall scent. So that's Mancera Cedrat Bois. Alright, so next on my list is another one from Mancera. I did a review on this one already. It's Mancera's Lemon Lime. To me, basically what you're going to get from this one is a lemony, obviously I've compared it to a green lemon popsicle, but you get a lemony lavender florally smell. Definitely a great cologne. This one projects and lasts very well. Easily get anywhere from 8 to 10 hours on this one, and just a great summer scent. Could be a little on the sweeter side, I don't know if whether you like sweet scents or not, but still a great summer scent. That's Mancera Lemon Lime. So next on my list is a cologne from Layla Beau. That's Bergamot 22. Did a review on this one already. Started off with a 10 ml decant of this. I burned through that. I really wanted to get a full bottle of it, but I just haven't been able to find it at a I try not to pay full retail for stuff. I try to shop around for good deals, and I just haven't been able to find a partial or a good deal on this one yet. So I went from my 10 ml, got a 30 ml decant. But basically what I get from Bergamot 22, obviously from the title, you get a lot of bergamot, you get vetiver, and you get some florals. Kind of has a soapy vibe to it, but another great fresh cologne for the summer. Gets average performance for me. I get anywhere between, I'd say, 5 and 7 hours. Ranges, I guess, depends on how hot it is outside and how much I'm sweating, but overall a great scent. That's Bergamot 22. Alright, so next on my list is another one from Crete. It's Royal Oud. Basically what I get from Royal Oud, it's from the name, you're not really getting much oud in this. Mainly what you're gonna get, this is a woodsy, citrusy scent. Definitely heavy on the cedar, but it's a fresh, clean feeling cedar, with some citruses in the background, a little bit of florals, and I really do have a hard time picking out any oud from this, but it's still a great scent. May get a little cloying in the high heat, but I usually wear this out at night on a cool summery night, maybe like on a date night or something. But that's Crete Royal Oud. Gets average performance on me. I get anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of performance out of Crete Royal Oud. Alright, so now we're getting into my top 5 colognes. These are definitely the ones that I've worn the most of all my niche colognes. As you can see, I got Bleecker Street by Bond No. 9. And basically what I get from Bleecker Street, it's definitely the two notes that stick out to me the most are the blueberries and the violet leaf. You get some woods, you get some slightly florally vibe in the background, but the two notes that I get the most is like a fresh blueberry violet leaf smell. Definitely smells great. Doesn't have the greatest performance. I get somewhere in the range of 6 hours of total scent life from this one, but I definitely do enjoy this scent, and that's Bleecker Street by Bond No. 9. Number 4 on my list, another one from Crete. Definitely one of my most worn colognes so far this summer, and that's Crete's Virgin Island Water. The three things that stick out to me the most on this one is lemon, coconut, and the rum. So you get that boozy vibe from it. So you get a nice lemony, coconutty smell. Just smells really good, does really well in the summer, and doesn't get the greatest performance. I get maybe 6-7 hours of total scent life from this one, with 2 to 3 hours of projection in the beginning. So that was my number 4, Creed's Virgin Island Water. Alright, so number 3 on my list is another one from Bond number 9, and that's Scent of Peace for Him. Usually has a little bow tie on there, but I think it looks kind of cheesy, so I pulled the bow tie off, left it in the box. But this one's really grown on me, definitely becoming one of my favorites of all time. The main 2 players that I get out of this is pineapple and juniper berries. Those are your 2 prominent players. Some people compare this to a Ventus just because it has pineapple in it, but it really doesn't smell like a Ventus to me. Like I said, you get the pineapple and juniper berry smell. Smells really good, and this one does give me great performance. I get anywhere from 8 to 10 hours out of this one. So that's Scent of Peace for Him by Bond number 9. Alright, jumping to number 2 on my list. Recently did a review on this one. This is definitely, this could have been in my number 1 spot because I have been wearing this probably about 2 days a week to work. I really love this scent. You get I compared it to like a margarita smell. You get a lemony, boozy, salty vibe. So like in my review, if you picture a lemon margarita in a cup, on the rocks with salt on the rim, this is what you get. Some people say it smells like gin and 7-Up because the alcohol in this is gin. But I feel like I get a lemony margarita smell. It smells really good. I definitely love this cologne. A lot of people, it kind of gets mixed reactions because of the performance. Some people tell me they only get 2, 3, 4 hours out of this, but I don't know if it's because of the dry climate that we have in San Diego, but this to me gets me anywhere from 6 to 7 hours of performance. So definitely one that I recommend getting your nose on, and see how it does in your climate. But either way, whether it lasts long or not, this is a really great scent, and it's Lumanis by Frappin. Alright guys, so getting into my number 1 scent. If you know me, you've been following me on Facebook, you probably won't see this as a surprise. I love all the clones of this. I've been trying to get, probably been hoarding up on this a little too much, and that's none other than the King, Creed Aventus. Definitely been getting the most wearings out of Creed Aventus this summer. If you've been following my channel, and I loved Armoff's Club de Nuit Intense Man. I rocked that for the longest time. I still wear my Armoff Club de Nuit Intense Man maybe once a week. I try not to burn through all my Aventus, so I definitely still reach for the Armoff Club de Nuit Intense Man, but I finally decided to fork out and buy the Aventus. I've bought a few bottles already, bought a ton of decants of it. Definitely been my most worn and my favorite summer scent. If you saw my top 20 summer scent that I did earlier, my number 1 was Armoff Club de Nuit Intense Man. So to no surprise, the actual Creed Aventus is my number 1 on my niche list. So that's my top 15 summer niche colognes. Now I'm going to go over my giveaway real quick. So for my giveaway, if you've been watching my channel, I'm constantly buying a ton of colognes. I just grabbed, the first 8 colognes. I'm not giving all 8 of these away. I'm going to pick 2 winners, and out of the 2 winners, I'm going to let them pick whatever they want from these 8. And so basically I'll go over them real quick. Risasi's Extraordinary Aromatic. Got Risasi's Extraordinary Musky. Got Sean John's Unforgivable. Mandarina Duck Black. Got a Hanny Mori and the newer one, Him by Hanny Mori. And last two I will throw in there. Two Dua fragrances. Either one, you could either get, this is Poseidon's Elixir. It's a very smoky Crete Ventus clone. And Forest Oud by Dua Fragrances. So if you want to get in, like always, you gotta like, comment, count me in, and make sure to be a subscriber to my channel. My collection continues to grow as I continue to try to sell and give away things. If your niche cologne wasn't in my top 15 and you think I should check it out, definitely put it in the comments. Still trying to acquire more, or at least get samples of more fragrances out there. And if your top cologne didn't make my list, it's probably just because I don't own it. So definitely throw a recommendation out there for me as far as a cologne that you think I should check out. And like always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the giveaway.